as a coach, what do you need to attract clients consistently? What are the essentials to make sure you've got a sustainable business with clients coming on board regularly, like you've got a pipeline of clients coming on board? My name is Lisa Farr, and I've been working with coaches since 2008 on their marketing. And what I've discovered is really there are 3 phases to marketing, 3 phases to attracting clients to your coaching business. And if you're missing out on one of these, or if you've got gaps in this sort of client attraction system, it will really markedly reduce your ability and the reliability of you being able to attract clients to your business. So I'm going to talk you through in this video these 3 phases and begin to point out where I see coaches have their gaps, where they've got those missing links, so that you can see for yourself in your business if there's something you're missing out on that's really going to make a difference for you in your ability to attract clients on board. So let me talk you through the 3 phases. Phase 1 is to identify your niche, your messaging, and your offer. So what we're looking at here is your niche is looking particularly at your ideal client group, your target market. And in this step, you also want to know where they hang out, where and how can you begin to reach them. So that's really important. Messaging, this is looking at your language, how you talk about what you do in a way that gets potential clients interested, curious, and wanting to know more. That's quite often a piece or a gap, I would say, for coaches. It's like they know how to talk about what they do, but do you really get people intrigued enough to almost like be pursuing you to want to work with you? That would be the ideal there. And then the third part with your offer, you need to look at packaging, pricing, and doing that in a way that clients find it would be really easy to say yes to whatever it is you're putting in front of them. So packaging your offer and pricing it in that way. Phase 2. Phase 2 is all about choosing the right promotional tools to generate leads. In a coaching business, you absolutely need to know how to generate leads, or create inquiries, perhaps is a different way of saying that. And the important thing here is to know what marketing strategies work for a coaching business. It's not the same as other businesses, and there are many marketeers out there who would be telling you that all different techniques work for businesses in general, and actually you need to get quite specific for a coaching business. Otherwise you're actually trying to do too much marketing, trying to make it, I would say, almost too difficult for yourself unless you get super specific. And really you only need 2 or 3 promotional tools to generate leads, but you do need to know what works. And here the crucial things, one of the crucial things is to have a tool that generates leads, or a way, I should say, of generating leads that gets people into a conversation with you. As far as I'm aware, not many people, if any, have bought coaching directly from an email, a post on social media, or something like that. In other words, a written communication, a website, for example. And so that really informs our marketing and this particular phase. So we need those to generate leads in a way that is going to generate a conversation. That's really crucial. That's how people buy coaching. And the third part here is to have ways of generating referrals and word of mouth marketing. Often if I do a webinar and I ask coaches what actually works in terms of bringing clients in, I would say quite often 70 or 80% of coaches would say they get most of their business by word of mouth and recommendation. Therefore, if you don't have a strategy, if you don't have a way of enhancing that and increasing that and really making that work for you, you're kind of missing out on something that works very naturally anyway. So I think that's another really important part of generating leads. It's knowing what works and then focusing in on that. And I would say that this whole phase, actually, when I did a webinar recently, this was the phase that most coaches were missing out on. It's like knowing how to generate leads in a reliable way so that you can almost like have your marketing be like turning on a tap. It generates leads all the time for you. So that's why this phase 2 is important, all about generating leads. Let's move on to phase 3. Phase 3 is all about converting those potential clients into paying clients. So how do you convert leads into paying clients is really the focus here. The first step here is to look at how do you follow up with people to get them into that further conversation with you. I think we've got to make that meeting with them, it's like really enticing and really valuable. To me, that's part of our marketing. It's part of almost the sale to get people to that first meeting in the first place. So that's got to be valuable, and they've got to see the value in having that conversation with you. Then when we're actually looking at that meeting and we're having the conversation with somebody, how do we structure that conversation? I think it's important to know how to convert people. It's like give people a demonstration in terms of having it be a coaching style, but really looking at how do you give them really good value in that consultation. And then how do you switch from having the conversation, which is all about them, to having the opportunity to talk about your programs and your pricing? And quite often for coaches, that's the gap. It's like they know how to build rapport, give a great session for people, but then switching it to talk about themselves and their coaching, and particularly their pricing, that can be the challenge. So there's a really particular way that you can do that can then feel comfortable. And it can feel, if you do that in the right way, it feels like it's permission-based selling. You're not doing a sort of bait and switch and then unexpectedly somebody is getting a sales pitch from you. That won't do at all. It's got to be a lot more subtle than that, but there are ways of doing it. So that conversation all around the conversion is really important. So that is the focus on phase 3. And if you're selling to corporate buyers or larger organizations, which involve more than one person perhaps making the decision, there are lots more questions that you need to have in mind for that, what I would call a sales conversation, so that you don't miss out on the opportunity. So you know how to keep everything moving forward and move it to a second meeting or even a third meeting if that's necessary. Not always necessary, but you do need to have that in your bag, in your toolkit, in case you need it. I hope that's been useful to you to outline those 3 crucial phases of a marketing plan and to be able to help you spot any gaps that you might have. If you'd like some help with the 3 phases of a marketing plan and you'd like some help with knowing how to get clients on board to your business, I've got something new to offer you that I think you're going to like. It's a monthly membership, and in the monthly membership I'm going to take you through those 3 phases, give you all the tools, templates and scripts that you need as well. You can cancel anytime. It's only £49 a month. And if you'd like more details, go to lisafarr.uk. So that's lisafarr.uk. Just to be clear, not lisafarr.co.uk, because that will take you to another one of my pages. And there you'll get all the details. You'll get a monthly live training and a Q&A call as well, so that I can help you to apply what I'm sharing in terms of marketing to your specific business, so that you know exactly what you're doing. There's going to be a community as well, so there's going to be lots of support, and I just can't wait to help you to build a highly profitable coaching business and take the mystery out of marketing so that you know exactly what to do, you know it works reliably, and it's almost like turning on a tap for you whenever you want some more clients. So I'd love to be able to help you with that. It's lisafarr.uk. All right, bye for now.